What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Sunday Summary. I am your host, Kyle. And today, Steven is not with me, but happy Easter to everybody. I hope we have a good show without him anyway, guys. Liverpool are back in action against Brighton today. We also have some news regarding Xabi Alonso staying at Bayer Leverkusen, so we'll get into all of that here shortly. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to TIFO, guys. If you saw my video earlier in the week, actually, I think it was yesterday or Friday night I uploaded it. You'll see a link at the top of the chat. It's pinned at the top of the chat. That is your link to go set up an account on TIFO and join me for the watch along today. Yes, that's right. We will not be doing the watch along on YouTube for the match. It will be on TIFO. Very simple to use. You just go over, click the link, create the account, use the referral code KYLE, all caps, to get in, guys. But good morning to everybody. Guys, let's get into this info about Xabi Alonso, because this one, it's not like I expected it, but to be honest with you, it almost, I was like, oh, I saw this coming. I knew this. I didn't expect him to go to Bayern, right? But I didn't expect him to stay at Leverkusen. Although I get it. But we'll get into it here. Okay, let me share my screen with you guys here. Really, where the hell is the share of the screen here? Double agent, what's going on, my man? There it is. Nope, not even that one. There we go. Okay. So I want to zoom in. So, whoa. Want that. There we go. Double playing here. So, Xabi Alonso here, you say, this is from Fabrizio Romano. I'm grateful to Bayern and the board, the players, the fans, and I feel like this is the best way to continue together. All right. And he essentially let everyone know it was going to happen. He had a deadline and he said, all right, this is when I'm going to decide if I'm going to Liverpool or I'm going to stay at Bayer Leverkusen. And he's also informed the players that it's true. My deadline was this week. It's a matter of respect. Now everything is clear. What a handsome man, by the way. I just want to go on record and say that. He would have been a good coach. But again, I've talked about this before. He's a young guy, right? He's young, and not that the other candidates we're looking at aren't young, but having 2 years experience, maybe it is the right decision. Maybe you do stay at Leverkusen for one more season and ensure that you know what you're doing. Get more experience before you do make that jump to a Liverpool or a Bayern Munich or a Madrid or wherever he does decide to go. Right? I actually think it's a good decision for him. You guys will have to let me know what you think in the comment section. Double agent has kind of reiterated what I was saying. It isn't really a shock for me. It's not often you get a manager who can beat a club like Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga just for them to leave that season. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I feel like nowadays loyalty is very few and far between when it comes to football. Players specifically, but also coaches. I mean, as soon as a coach is recognized as being a good coach, he's going somewhere. I mean, Premier League specifically, but I feel like everywhere. I mean, Julian Nagelsmann is a great example. He didn't really work out at Bayern Munich, but, that's neither here or there. Guys, I'm going to try to get through this stream without the allergies, okay? But the allergies are they're getting to me, so bear with me, guys. Now, what else is it? I want to talk about some other candidates that Liverpool have. Now, Ruben Amorim, coach of Sporting. All right, he's really the one I'm seeing as top of the list. Okay, him and De Zerbi, of course, but this is really the guy that I'm seeing at the top of the list. And if you guys don't know who this guy is, okay, he's about to win the double with Sporting, and he's really the guy that a lot of focus is on. But Fabrizio Romano says that he's the main name on Liverpool's list, and apparently there's a clause in his contract exporting. Wait, Liverpool are informed about the clause, and okay. And so to my understanding, it's about 17 million. 17 million we would have to pay to buy out. And I didn't retweet that, unfortunately, because I'm an idiot. But this is what it looks like. Liverpool are intensifying their pursuit of Sporting Ruben Amorim as they aim to have a new manager in place before the end of the season. Now, he's young too. He's 39 years old. He's open to a move, and Richard Hughes, again, our new sporting director from Bournemouth, expected to take part in talks with the Morum and Sporting. Now, from what I'm seeing, is there's already talks taking place. He's met with Liverpool representatives 2 or 3 times over the past couple months, and Hughes is a big fan of De Zerbi as well. This is kind of what leads me into, we're playing Brighton today, but he tried to sign him while at Bournemouth, but the Italian has his skeptics at Anfield. Sources are downplaying the chances of a potential move for the Brighton manager. And so I kind of believe that, Sporting is the second choice to Xabi, right? And if you guys know anything about him, definitely let me know. I do like to go to the comments as well, just to see what people are saying. It looks like didn't want De Zerbi anyway. He always felt like just a guy. That's an interesting way to put it. You know nothing. You know nothing. You said Klopp was signing a new deal not long ago. Dang, just roasting him. Just get this hipster out of the equation already. Brighton and this kind of clubs are where he should remain. Sign Amorim, and that's that. So, not a lot of replies to this, but you know, that's where we're at. What do you guys think? Okay, shout out to everyone in the chat. Frank in here, Liz. Good morning to everyone. Happy Easter to you guys. Again, Liz, I know you've already created your account, but Frank, anyone who just who wants to join us for the watch along, we'll be doing it on TIFO. So use the pinned link at the top of the chat. You go over there, you use referral code KYLE, all caps. That's how you get into TIFO. I'd appreciate all your support. Double Agent says, I'm seeing talks of Ainge being a No way. No chance. No chance. Xabi wasn't on Edwards Hughes' short list of 3 that must tell you something. Hughes likes De Zerbi, which I personally don't want at my club. And Frank, this is kind of what I was looking at in that thread there, is that apparently, De Zerbi is just a name that's kind of been thrown around, right? Kind of like anyone who does well at Brighton, I feel like just gets thrown around. And oh hell yeah, Frank, enjoy the game, bro. Enjoy the game. But De Zerbi, anyone who's at Brighton, you look at Graham Potter, makes the next step to Chelsea, trash, absolute garbage at Chelsea. I'm sorry, but that's how it was. Now, to be fair, Chelsea doesn't put their managers in a great position to succeed. I feel like a lot of times you get the bag and you go to Chelsea and you literally get like 6 months and then they're like, all right, you're out of here. Every manager, it seems like, is there for no more than 2 years. All right. And I'm sure you can find some examples of over 2 years, but you guys get what I'm saying. And so I feel like a lot of times that jump and going into a new environment with new specs and new parameters of management, new teams really does it in for a manager. And so you take a manager like De Zerbi, who is doing good at Brighton, right? He got him into the Europa League or the Conference League, whatever they got into. That's good, right? But what are they doing now? What are they? Mid-table again, right? They're not great, right? But he took over for Graham Potter, and Graham Potter was a good manager, but he did about the same with Brighton. So I wouldn't risk it with De Zerbi. Even though he's a good manager, I wouldn't risk it. That's just where I'm at. Shayna, what's going on? Shayna, I need you to go and make an account on TIFO. I need you to do it. There's a pinned link at the top. Go click it. Use referral code when you're setting up the account. Kyle in all caps. You can create an account. TIFO is where we're going to be doing all watch alongs going forward. Okay. Need your support, Shayna. Love you. Appreciate it. Now, wait, what happened? Watch your dangling spaces. What happened? I'll think of you and Kyle while I'm there. Don't live far from the ground. Oh, that's awesome. Now, guys, what do you think about, these guys? What do you think about De Zerbi? I mean, Xabi's not coming, but Amorim, do you guys know anything about Amorim? I honestly want to kind of like just Google Amorim and see, his managerial accolades just to see. All right, let's go with this here. All right, so whilst that is so far the only league title Amorim has brought to the club over the 3 full seasons in charge, he's added 2 Taca da Liga trophies and won the 2021 Super Taca against former side Braga. Okay, so he's had some success at Sporting. Again, you can be critical of that league and say it's a very top-heavy league or Not a very competitive league, but still, you have to be good to win. What else? I'm not even sharing the screen with you guys. All right, so this is just what came up immediately. Transfer marks. That's where I want to actually go. So he's only been managing for a year and a half? That can't be right. No, that can't be right at all. So again, he's 39 years old. Another handsome guy. He's got a license, thank God. Average term as coach is 1.26 years. So let's see his history as manager. All right. So, all right. So he's been managing sport. Oh, he spent a lot of time at Sporting, 203 matches to be exact, actually. So points per match, 2.25. I mean, and when he was at Braga, bro, he was actually at Braga. Okay. And he had 2 point, oh, but he was only there for 13 matches. Come on, man. I was, wow. Okay. So he's been a manager. He's been a manager for a while. He's been a manager for a while, guys. Why is my screen doing this? Stop. Stop moving. Are these the cookies? Are these the cookies? Stop moving. All right. So he's been in charge since 2020. So he's actually had a decent tenure at CP. And before that, I can't believe he was only in charge. Okay, how long was he in charge at Braga? Like half a season? Okay, why is the screen doing this? Dude, stop. Stop moving. There's no reason you should be moving. Stop moving. I'm not touching anything. I'm not touching anything. Jesus, dude. I can't stand the internet. All right. So, yeah, he's actually been in charge for a while. So, 2.25. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Transfer marked. Get it together, man. Get it together. Even Liverpool Echo doesn't move around that much. And that website, I can't even share on stream because it just moves around. Okay. Let's go to Wikipedia. I hate Wikipedia. I mean, it's great if you just need a quick little bit of info, but you guys know you can't cite it in anything. Maybe you can now in schools. I don't know what they're allowing now, but we could never cite it. And that pissed me off because every piece of information you got from peer reviewed studies and everything was always on Wikipedia anyway. So we're going here. All right. So club career. Oh, that's who he played for. Coaching career. So he joined the Lisbon Football Association to get his coaching license. He got a postgraduate education course in psychomotor education. Very interesting. All right. In 2019, a team were deducted 6 points, and he was suspended from all activity for 1 year after giving instructions during a match without having the required coaching level to do so. That's stupid. Even though the bans were suspended shortly after. That's so weird. You can't give instructions if you. What? Okay. On the 20th of May 2019, Amorv initially agreed to return to Benfica as their under 23 coach. The following month, however, after meeting with the club, he rejected that possibility. So he went to Braga. So he was appointed at Braga's reserves in the third tier. 3 months later, he replaced the dismissed Ricardo Sapinto at the helm of the first team on a 2.5-year contract, being in eighth place in the league at the time of his appointment. In his first game in charge, he led them to a 7-1 away demolition of Belenenses. I think I'm saying that right. And 3 weeks later, won the domestic League Cup final against Porto in a last-minute goal. And on the 15th of February, Mormon recorded Braga's first win at Benfica. Seems like this guy knows what he's doing. At the very least, he gets his players motivated, you know? Sporting's first league title in 19 years. Wow. You would think that's insane. That's insane. That Sporting hadn't won a league title. He led them to it. And that was with wow, they actually okay, yeah, Nuno Santos, Tabeta, Pedro Porro, João Mario, João Palhinha, Pedro Gonçalves. Wow. He had a decent squad. And he promoted Brancancia, Gonzalo Inacio, Mateus Nunez, Nuno Mendes, and Thiago Tomas. Okay, so okay, I kind of like this guy now. Now that I'm reading about him, and he signed Manuel Ugarte and Ruben Vinagre. Luis Maximiano, the goalkeeper. Okay, and then Sarabia, obviously he moved to PSG, but okay, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. I mean, yeah. Don Salami says, "Is he funny?" We won't know till he gets here. I might go and watch some interviews just to see how funny he is. But guys, I mean, it seems like we got a decent guy in contention to be the manager here. And says, double agents just said, I just read that the sources close to Amar believe he'll say yes to Liverpool if he gets the offer. And that's what I'm reading as well. Uh, Trincao is very good. Yes, he is. What did Jet get from the Easter Bunny? Right now, nothing. Can't feed him chocolate. He'll die, but, it is what it is. Now, I agree with Frank. Obviously, we know this. We absolutely know this, Frank. The Premiership is entirely different to a much inferior Portuguese league. So if Emerson comes, he'll find it so different and difficult to play in our league so much harder. Yes, right? But at what point does a manager make that step, right? Do you have to trickle up the top 5 leagues in order to be qualified to come to the Premier League? It can't be that way, right? Like you can't take a guy from the Portuguese leagues and say, all right, you're going to France next. All right, now you're going to Italy. Now you're going to Germany. Now you're going to Spain, then you go to the Premier League. It can't work like that, right? Like at what point you have to make the jump. So are there other coaching candidates out there? I mean, Julian Nagelsmann, right? Another candidate, right? You asked me 3 years ago, Nagelsmann would have been my guy to replace Klopp. But now I'm not just going to jump on this bandwagon of like, oh, Amarim's a guy, right? I did that with Xabi a little bit, but again, in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking to myself, 2 years as a manager, can he make the jump? Right? Just because he's in the Bundesliga, does he have the ability to make the jump? I think it's more so a matter of when you get here, can you handle the pressure? Right? Because he's still going to manage the same exact way. Maybe not the same exact way. He might change some things, right? But he's still going to manage with his same tactics in mind, right? Can you handle the pressure that comes with managing a Premier League club with the increase in talent that you have, right? That is the biggest thing. And Jurgen Klopp always had the ability to manage players, regardless of their skill level, nationality. You just wanted to play for him. You wanted to give your absolute best to the man because he is truly a charismatic manager, right? And that's why we got the build the statue mugs, guys. I got the hoodie in the wash too. I had to wash it when I got it. Go to our merchandise page and get the build the statue merchandise, guys. You got to get it. We got to send Klopp off with a proper legacy, right? Go ahead and get this. You can get your merchandise discounted 15% off with NBR 2024. So that's where I'm at. Can he speak English? He's got to speak English, right? I feel like I'm a little naive, but most people speak English, and I feel like Americans don't speak a lot of languages. Paulinho wants him to go to the Premier League and works under him once again. Why not? Let's do it. Can he speak English? Why not? Let's just look. I'm assuming he can. And there's even a Reddit post 2 days ago. For those wondering, Amorim speaks impeccable English. So there you go. There you go. He speaks English. God, we figured it out. Good Lord. My my computer just pooped. It literally just crapped out on me, dude. I don't know if I'm running too many things at once. The computer's probably getting too old. It's a 2016 model, so maybe it's time to upgrade, but computer works fine. Shout out to William Farrell in here. All right, let's go over to the chat and see what people are saying. So Frank, shout out to everyone. Real quick, I just wanted to let you guys know we will be doing streams going forward on TIFO. Not, excuse me, watch alongs only on TIFO. Now, what I want everyone to understand about this is that this isn't just a money grab for me or anything like that. All right. What I believe is that TIFO is the future of watch alongs. Okay. The thing about TIFO is that they specialize in watch alongs exclusively. So everything that I use on the watch alongs is built into the website. And really, what I do believe is that the future of watching games is in watch alongs, right? Because I know you guys don't really sometimes like some of the commentators and pundits they have. So I feel like content and watching sports is gravitating more towards, hey, let me watch my favorite content creator do the watch along. And that's what they believe over here at TIFO. And so that's why I really think you guys are going to enjoy if you go over and make an account on TIFO, guys. So you use the link that's pinned at the top of the chat. You go and create your account and you use the referral code KYLE all caps. This would honestly be amazing if you guys could join me for the match today against Brighton. We will be going live about 10 minutes before. I'd love to see you all there. I know Liz has already created an account. We got Ross over there, and tons of other people as well. Make sure you guys tune in. Dustin, everyone who's in here right now, Nighty LFC, come join us over there on TIFO. Other features that they have that YouTube doesn't have, one, you can send gifts. Coolest part, right? You can have side conversations with people in the chat. They call it threads. And that way you don't get interrupted by the normal feed of the chat. And then also you can send requests to join me on stage during the stream. How cool is that? I legit think that everything that I've ever wanted out of a watch along, this website can provide. And if they don't provide it right now, they will in the future. So go over, create an account because going forward, we're going to be over there. And I want you guys to be a part of this journey with me going forward because we're only going to go up from here. I think YouTube is falling behind with the watch along stuff. They're not really with the times. And I think TIFO is going to fill that void, that niche. So make sure you guys tune in. Doug as well. Lyle, make sure you go create an account over there on TIFO so you can join us for the watch alongs. But good morning to everyone. Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's go to the team news, guys. Okay, well, I got to go back to Twitter for this, but we went pretty strong, right? Obviously, Allison's still out, and Trent Alexander-Arnold is guest starring on Sky Sports today as like the guest pundit, so that's good for him. But Bradley's going to start and Kelleher in goal. We're also going with a really strong lineup aside from that, and I retweeted it. I'll just have to pull it up here in a second. So, guys, give me 1 second. Make sure you do like the stream as well. And again, I'm going to preach it again. Go make your TIFO account. You don't want to be left behind. I'm telling you. I feel like the more content creators that figure out that TIFO is a thing, they're going to want to come over and create an account. And right now, it's still very new and very exclusive. So you guys are getting a really exclusive opportunity here. I really want you guys to come over. All right. Pull this up, share it with you guys. So you guys can see your starting 11 here. As I mentioned, Kelleher, Bradley, Kwanzaa, Van Dyke, and Gomez. You guys know Andy Robertson went off with like a slight ankle injury playing for Scotland. Midfield, best midfield three you can have right now. Endo, McAllister, and Soboslai. Curtis Jones was healthy. You could argue him, but right now that midfield is just a boss midfield. I don't care what anyone says. And then Salah, Nunez, Diaz. God, man, Nunez and Diaz. I mean, Nunez, really, we all love him. But Diaz has won me over probably over the last couple months. Just the effort that this guy plays with, his engine, his motor, it's nonstop. I mean, it's him and Nunez. I don't know what it is about these guys from the Portuguese league, but man, they don't stop. They don't stop, man. They just keep going. And I need that today. because you're going up against a Brighton team that's a good side. You're going up against a good Brighton team, guys. Substitute wise, you're gonna not do the substitutes. Oh, here we go. They commented it. Substitutes: Kanate, Gakpo, Elliott, Simicas, Gravenberch, Clark, McConnell, and Dans. I want to see Dans play today. I really do. Why is Thiago trending? That's so funny. Why is Thiago still trending? Now, God, that's a really decent bench. I just want to ask everyone something, okay? And you guys can give me your I want your honest thoughts on this, okay? What is your current opinion of Cody Gakpo? Tell me, what is your current opinion of Cody Gakpo? What do you guys think? Mark, what's going on, man? And again, I'm just going to preach it, guys. Pinned at the top of the chat, you'll see the oh, I can't paste it again, but pinned at the top of the chat, you'll see the link. Okay, the link is to TIFO. Make sure you create your account. You cannot you can't join us for the watch along without creating an account. The referral code is KYLE, all caps, KYLE, my name. Go create an account before the match so you can join us over there for TIFO. Okay. Dustin says no problem with Gakpo. Okay. Lyle says he fits in where he fits in and plays hard. He does play hard. I do agree there. Hannah says Gakpo is going through a rough patch, not helped by becoming the fan base's new favorite scapegoat. You know, Hannah, thank you for saying that because that's kind of what I was getting at. I honestly think Gakpo is just being the scapegoat now. And it's not like he's a scapegoat for poor performances, right? It's just like maybe against like Man City and United and games like that, maybe he's being the scapegoat, but it's not like we lost those games or drew those games because of Gakpo. It's just like him coming on and having a poor game. Everyone's like, oh, as soon as Gakpo came on, there's no chance we're going to win that game. That's just a bunch of BS, to be honest with you. I really do think so. So I like that you said that he's the scapegoat. William says Cody is a good player, just going through a moment. Good. So I think everyone's on the same page here. I just wanted to make sure we had some level-headed fans in here because some of the stuff I'm seeing on social media from about Cody Gakpo is just absurd. Double Agent says it here too. I don't know why he's getting so much hate. He made a mistake and can improve. No one is going to join a club and instantly be the best. I do want to touch on that a little bit though, because remember when he first came in, when we signed him, he was incredible. So that's what leads me to believe he's just kind of going through a rough patch right now. Yeah, no, he's very versatile. Frank says, I think our American supporters are brilliant and this stream is first class. I like the mods as well who greet everybody who comments. Gakpo, Frank, we really appreciate you, man. Seriously. And that's really the community we're trying to build here is just, I want everyone who comes into the stream to feel welcome, who feels like when they contribute, they're recognized. And that's really what we're going for. So I appreciate that. Gakpo hasn't really shown his potential, albeit he scored 11. I was on an LFC Discord server during the Man U match, and the Gakpo abuse was awful. Yeah, like, I don't get it. Bonkers says Diaz can do a job up front if needed. Kind of out of nowhere, but I get what you're saying. I agree with Lyle here because I remember he started like the first game of the season in midfield. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Not a fan when he plays midfield, but he does try. His efforts there. Sometimes he can seem a little bit off, but William says, remember last season, Man United only Firmino would have scored goals, no cap. Shout out Frank, man. Seriously, shout out Frank. So I'm glad that everyone's on the same page with Cody Gakpo here. But the starting lineup is strong, right? We're going to see Gakpo get subbed on. We're going to see Elliott, Samikas likely for Gomez or Bradley, one or the other. And Kanate will probably come on as well. But it seems like we have a lot of players back, right? Still struggling with Trent being out. Robertson's kind of hot and cold with the injuries. But what the hell's going on with Allison? Why is our goalkeeper injured so much? God, don't get me started, man. Do not get me started on that. Score predictions for the match, guys. Put them in the chat. You know I'm not going to do score predictions. I get too nervous with it, but put your score predictions in the chat. Uh, man, I'm just going to pull up the table. I'm going to do it. Where's Oyvind, man? Where's Oyvind when you need him? I'm telling you guys, go make an account on TIFO. Don't forget. All right, so I'm looking at the table now, right? Arsenal sit top of the table. God, Arsenal are on fire. They really are. They're still level on points with us, though. It's really, God, this title race is going to be insane. The end of the season, guys. I mean, 28 matches played between us, Arsenal, and Man City. We're level on points with Arsenal. Man City 1 point behind. It is literally going to be just a freaking scrap to the end. I am so excited, right? Aston Villa and Tottenham are kind of hanging in there, but Aston Villa, I mean, we all of the top 3 teams have 2 games in hand on Aston Villa. Tottenham, they're not going to make it happen, man. I'm surprised they're in 5th. It seems like they started hot and then kind of fell off. But these top 3 teams, man, I think Arsenal play Man City this week too. Lyle says 3-0. Lyle, okay, bonkers. 3-0. Double Nunez and a solid goal. Double agent 3-0. Ashashimi 2-1 or 1-0. Okay. God, 3-0 would be nice. What else we got? Lyle said 3-0. Man City and Arsenal has to be a draw, and it isn't seeming that way with City's injuries. Let me ask you this, though. Would you rather Arsenal or Man City win the match? Obviously, you'd rather have a draw, but if you had to choose between either of the teams winning, I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I'd rather see Arsenal win that match. That is just how deep the hate I have for Man City is. And I think it's more, and it's not for the club, right? The club, I don't have any like vendettas against the club. I think it's just how Man City go about everything between the financial fair play, between the sponsorships, between the transfers, between the fans, all that stuff kind of just boils it into just this ball of hate. And I don't like them. And I don't like them. You know, I feel very much the same about Man United. But you know, Arsenal, I don't like Arsenal either. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm watching Arsenal against Man City, I'd much rather Arsenal win. Oh man, 3-0. Lyle says I'd rather Arsenal, they'll slip up. Man City from William. Okay. Arsenal lose, their wheels will fall off. And this is what Steven keeps saying too. Shout out to Steven as well. His daughter's first Easter today. He man, he thinks their wheels are gonna fall off, but they're hot, man. I mean, Arsenal are just on fire. What the hell? It's April. It's almost April. And Arsenal are still there. Lyle says City are like the New York Yankees or New England Patriots of days gone by. God, the Yanks haven't been a dominant force. I mean, dude, the Yanks, it's been, was it 2013 or 2009? I think it was 2009 the last time they won a World Series. Why do I want to say 2013? I don't think it was. But God, back when the Yanks had like Jeter, Cano, Giambi, Teixeira, A-Rod, Bernie Williams, Soriano, Grant, can't remember the guy's name. He was center fielder, but they had a squad. They were good. Good Lord. But they do splash the cash. That's for damn sure. They pay. I mean, you look at the Yanks right now. The Yanks are actually pretty damn good on paper. 2-0. I mean, they might be 3-0 now. We'll have to see. Okay, Liz, sit down. There you go, Frank. You can shorten my name. Oh, yeah, Frank, you're going to have a blast, man. Have a good time, bro. Seriously. Enjoy it. Soak it all up. I can't wait till I can get over there and watch a game. But, guys, we're about 20 minutes to kickoff here, okay? I got everyone's predictions coming in. I'm pumped for this match. Now, remember the watch along today and going forward. It's on TIFO. If you're asking, God, what the hell is TIFO? You talking about the YouTube channel? No, we're talking about the new streaming platform TIFO. Okay, exclusive to watch alongs. Now, you guys can simply create an account. All you do is go to the link at the top of the stream. It's pinned. Okay, and I'll make sure I share it again. But once you get there, you create your account and you use the referral code Kyle, Kyle. I'll type it in the chat right now. That's it. That's the referral code. Okay. Once you create your account, you get into the stream. You'll be able to watch along with us. This is a very exclusive offer to you guys. We're trying to grow this platform because we believe in it. Okay. I said before on the stream, it's not just a money grab, right? This is about the future of watch alongs. And I think for me, just to be completely blunt with you, it just makes my job so much easier, right? And once you guys create an account, that's it. You're in. So then you can just join the streams every time I create them. I'll share the link and you guys come in. But that exclusivity factor of it, that's what creates the intimate experience for you guys. And really, TIFO going forward, it's going to be the future. What the features they have there, YouTube doesn't, right? And even StreamYard, what I'm using to stream right now, they don't have those features. So I really do think you guys are going to enjoy it if you go create that account. Let me pull up the link real quick and I'll share it in the stream for you guys before I get out of here. And that way you guys can go over and create your account as well. And again, for those of you who've already created your account, I know Liz, Ross, Welch JJ, and there were some other people I'm definitely missing. So thank you. I really do appreciate you guys already going over there and creating it. But let me pull it up now. Also, another feature they're working on, which the CEO just let me know, they're trying to work on a feature to actually link up the streams with people who are viewing it and the watch along host. And if you guys are wondering what that means, if you guys know on the watch alongs right now, I'm like, hey guys, don't spoil it for me. Don't react to a goal before I do. They're thinking about syncing up the stream so there's no lag. Right? How insane is that? So as soon as you would come into the stream on the platform, everything's synced up. To me, that's insane. If they can get that technology to work, it's probably not that difficult, but to me it is. And again, here's the link I'm going to pull up right now, and I'll share it with you guys so you guys can go create an account. We'll be going live here in about 9 minutes over on TIFO, and I really do hope to see you guys there. There you go. There's your link, guys. Go ahead and create your account. And again, referral code, it's Kyle in all caps. It's Kyle in all caps. That's your referral code. Alan the Cat's funny. What other countries play in the World Series? That's something I never understood. The American sports have this really just, I don't know if it's arrogance. It's just, I feel like sometimes it's just kind of like, what? World Series, world champions, but it's only one country. So it's kind of like, what the hell are we doing here? Michael says, I hope City and Gooners draw today. God, that would be the best result. Seriously. Dom, the new scapegoat, not Cody. No, not yet. Not yet. I don't think Dom's the new scapegoat. I really don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen anything about that. Cody has been recently. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the Sunday Summary. Always live on Sundays. We got the best community on YouTube. I'll put that up against anybody, really. You guys are the best. So I hope to see you over on TIFO, guys. Remember, use the link to create an account. Referral code is Kyle. I'll see you there shortly. Until then, Reds, take care.